I don't know about you, but have you ever walked into a store and thought, wow, I could actually make that, and their item has been a lot more expensive? Well, I have thought about that when I've seen statement necklaces. These are a couple that I've seen that I've made in the past couple of years. So when I first walked into J. Crew, Banana Republic, Loft, stores like that, and I saw statement necklaces, and they were about like $75 to $100, I looked at them and I thought, wow, I could actually make that. So I noticed that statement necklaces usually add a burst of color to an outfit. They usually could dress something up when something could be very casual. And looking at collegefashion.net, it talks about how statement fashion and statement accessory items have been very, very popular throughout the ages. Necklaces actually were introduced about 40,000 years ago during the Stone Age. In addition, statement jewelry was a big thing in Egypt. 1920 was when Chanel actually brought out statement jewelry again. This is when things started to become really big, really gaudy, sparkly, colorful, and all of that. It kind of waned out, but now it's back again. Statement jewelry is really there to say turn a black dress into something a little bit more exciting. It adds a pop of color, a pop of design, different things like that. One of the first things about statement necklaces is if you were to make them, is that they can be a lot cheaper when you make them. So instead of spending that $75 to $100 on a necklace at, say, J. Crew, Banana Republic, you can really just make them for the cost of the beads themselves. You can go to a store like Michael's and buy a strand of beads just like this. And then all you need to do is just have on hand those set of tools such as pliers, crimpers, wire cutters, things like that. In addition, you are not paying for the markup of the brand of the necklace. You are just paying for the beads and materials that you need for it. Next, in making a statement necklace, you can really adapt whatever you want in your necklace. For example, sometimes I know I go into a store and I think, wow, that really doesn't match anything I have, or I'm looking for a certain thing and I can't find it. Well, it's lucky for you because you can go into a craft store and find the beads that match it. You can find a silver or gold bead that matches what you want, and you can put it together to make your own necklace. What happens if you, say, find the pink shade that matches the dress you want to wear, or the shirt that you have, but it's in gold when you're wearing silver accented earrings? This is where a problem tends to occur, and if you're making your own jewelry, that you can go around this problem. Lastly, you're able to make something in a pinch. What if you have a meeting the next day with your little black dress and you need some sort of sparkle, you need some sort of color for your necklace, but all the stores are closed? Well, if you have the beads and you have the plan to make a necklace, you're able to do it in about 5 to 10 minutes. That's pretty much what I've mastered. So some of the materials that you need to make your own necklace are wire cutters, pliers, and crimpers. As I showed you before, this is a strand of beads that you can find at your local craft store, along with all the other materials that I'll be using. You also use a spool of wire, 2 metal wire rings, and crimp beads. These are what's going to kind of secure the wire to the chain. As you can see on these necklaces, there's going to be chain on either side of the decorated wire. This chain I cut at about 6 inches each. They will attach to a hook that I have here, and this will go around the back of your neck. Then I cut about a piece of wire about 9 inches long. This 9-inch wire, I usually only need it for beading for about 7.5 to 8 inches, but to have a little bit of wiggle room is always nice. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut that piece of 6-inch chain. With your pliers, you're going to attach a metal hook. You're going by just twisting the metal to close the metal ring. You're going to attach the hook, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take the metal wire, you're going to string 1 crimp bead onto it. You're then going to wrap around the wire and through the crimp bead again. You will then take your crimpers and crimp the crimp bead back onto the wire. This will secure it, as you can see, that there is no movement with the chain and the wire. Next, you will put all of your beads onto the wire. This is where the decoration comes into place. I have a beading board, which is you're able to lay out kind of your design. You definitely don't need this, but sometimes it can be helpful if, say, you have a design you want to do, but you don't exactly know the exact order of the beads you want, so you're able to move them around. So it can be kind of a couple minutes here to bead them, but as you can see, you just put them along that wire like that. And I will kind of make this go a little bit faster. So if you had fully beaded this entire piece of wire, you then again take one more crimp bead. They're really small, so I don't think you can see them in the camera, but you put them over the wire, and then you take that other piece of 6-inch chain and you put that around the wire, and then you take that folded piece of the wire, put it through the crimp bead again, take your crimping tools as so, and to see if that had been fully beaded, then you have your statement necklace. So remember, statement necklaces are really great to make because they are at a pop of color. They're a lot cheaper when you just make it yourself. You can make it in a, overnight, super fast. You can make it. And lastly, you're able to really tailor it to what your outfit's gonna be. So thank you for listening, and I hope you make your own statement necklace.